right. Good evening, good day, good morning, good night, whatever time of the day it is where you guys are located. It's your boy Art Czar back with you guys for yet another review and reveal. Today I have a couple of pair of awesome footwear that I'd like to break out onto the scene because these are absolutely wonderful. So I waited on these for about a good week and a half or so for them to arrive on my doorstep, and they finally did. So I think I need to grace you guys with its wonderful presence to be within the collection that I tend to call the AE effect or the Allen Edmonds effect. I have two different pair today, people, to review. These are the Allen Edmonds Oxblood Dalton boots. These are the Allen Edmonds Walnut Dalton boots. Now we're going to get into this because this is some amazing stuff. So I've already taken the liberty of polishing them up. I've actually worn them once each. So the time that I've actually had them, I wanted to get them out on the street, bust them in a little bit, and of course it doesn't do much with a day. You're going to need about a good 30 or 45 days of consistent wear on these to get them from they tend to squeak a little bit in the vamp area when you walk in them, and then when you lace them up and close them, they kind of squeak up here in the tongue. But anyway, let's get to it. So starting off, this is the Oxblood Dalton boot from Allen Edmonds. Woo, tongue tied. Anyway, these boots are magnificent. I'm going to tell you right now, I love the way they feel when you stick your foot in them, and I'm going to show you why. Well, before I get to that, one key point I like to mention of emphasis. Let me just kind of do this. Let me switch these around and move into the sunlight. You can get a little better view of how beautiful that oxblood is. Look at the color. That rich oxblood color. It is magnificent. I don't want to get too much in the light because it'll blind you guys. But this is what it is. You see the perforations, the broguing and the perforations along this thing? This is a wingtip brogue with perforated and a medallion on the toe cap. So they have perforations along the toe box, along the wingtip here, all the way around to the midsole of the shoe, and then it picks up here, and then it just follows that trail along the vamp, and then it goes all the way up around the back side of the boot. Then again on the tongue as well. It has a little bit of the perforations along the tongue flap. So these have a very unique and rich design. It's a historic design. It's not a fly-by-night design. These have been around since the I want to say the 1800s or so. In terms of this design, I know Allen Edmonds didn't invent this design, but they are carrying on the gracious and rich history of how these boots actually look. Now, in my honest opinion, there are not too many entities out there that can do a boot like this. There are a few good ones out there, but Allen Edmonds actually holds its own. It stacks up against the best of them, and you can't really complain about the sheer quality that you're going to get when you actually obtain these boots. Now, you can see, it has that double oak thick sole at the bottom. And you can see I've wore these, so I've scuffed it up just a little bit to get some traction on the bottom, so when I wear them, I'm not going to slide and break my neck on a carpet or something, because they do that when they are calf skin leather soles. And you can see there, in actuality, these are the Allen Edmonds, and I'm an 11.5, so these fit me very well. I have no complaints. Stacked heel, as you can see. It has a rubberized stacked heel on it at the base, but it is leather stacked heel. You can see here where the heel is leather. See that stack right in the inside there in the interior? That is a leather stacked heel, but they do put the base of it with a layer of rubber in order to give you more traction in those weird, wet, and icy conditions. If you're ever wearing these in the snow or something like that, you can get these on top of a step or something like that without sliding and breaking your neck, which is important. Now, let's go to the base. I like to start at the bottom of the shoe, or the dress boot, may I say. These obviously are Goodyear welted. You can see here the welting pattern goes all the way. It's actually inlaid into the base of the leather of that sole, and it's very well stitched, very thick threading. I really don't know what type of threading this is. It's like a wax yarn or something like that, but it's very thick. If you go on the other side of the boot, on the upside of it, you'll also notice that there is contrast looking stitching with this color. Now I'm pretty sure they did that when they painted this black sole. They went ahead and painted over the sole with this black lacquered finish, which gives it that contrast lace, because on the bottom it's more like a brown. It matches the sole. And on the top half of the shoe, it's obviously going to be infused with the painted over lacquered black. So this is Goodyear welted. This isn't going to come apart by no stretch of the imagination. It's going to stay assembled. I had another pair of boots made from an unknown manufacturer I'm not going to mention, but the heel kind of flapped off, and I had those boots for years, and I didn't think it was ever going to happen. But as you can see, that won't happen here either, because that sole is also Goodyear welted and stitched. So this is not going to happen. Now let's get to the leather. We have premium calf skin. Okay, don't get me wrong here, guys. You might have to do a little Googling, because I didn't do all of that for you. I just wanted to get you the beautiful view of these. You got to Google this, but I don't remember which last these are built on, but it is a really good one, because it pretty much fits pretty much anyone. They have them in different widths, anywhere from A to D or so, or F or E. But in the end, I rock a D, because I like the moderate width. I don't like a real wide shoe. I'm not a duck foot, but at the end of the day, I'm not a slew foot, slender foot either. So right in the middle is where I usually lay with my footwear. Now, as you can see, this beautiful leather, of course, is dyed from the tannery. They gone ahead. You see, it's very soft and supple. First and foremost, just to break that out. I love the box that they bring these in, because it's got this reflective design on it. But at the end of the day, this is a very soft leather. It is one of the softest leathers. You guys know me and my Coach, so I put this leather on the level of a Coach type of leather, because it is very thick, very soft and supple, very durable, and it does bend very easy, very pliably docile, or whatever you want to call that word. But if you look at it, the broguing and the perforation goes all along the heel of the boot. Now here's the deal. This pull tab. I hear a lot of people doing reviews on these boots, and for some strange reason, some people say, "Oh, my pull tab broke or snapped off or split right here," and then with this double stitch goes in to hold it together. I never really used the pull tabs, to be quite honest with you. I know some people will frown upon the way that I put my boots on. I basically slide my foot into the front half of the boot, and I grab it right here with one hand, and I grab the other side with this hand, and then I just pull for dear life until my foot slides in. So basically, I'm just putting the pressure here and here on each side of the upper of this leather boot. And so I'm not really placing any pressure here. I really don't like the way that comes across. So if you're putting pressure here, you just might snap it. I paid a lot for these, and I do not want this to snap. So I'm going to hold tight on. I think I'm going to just refrain from pulling on this. Now let's go into the interior of this boot. Now, this leather is something else. This, my good people, is this leather. Oh my goodness, it is something that it is a. Camera going again. Yeah, this leather is softer and more supple than the leather on the exterior of this boot. The interior leather is a little more soft and supple, strangely enough. Now, how they got that to do that, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what type of leather they use, but it is very soft. This, I imagine, is because they want your feet to be very comfortable, and they want this to absorb the moisture from your sweaty foot a little easier than if you were, by chance, putting your foot in a cloth-lined boot, which sucks, by the way. Nothing against all the guys that make cloth-lined boots. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but this is for the upper-level crowd who want to invest in long-term quality. They go with the leather-lined shoes and boots, okay? You're going to get a way different quality, a way different experience, a way different outcome and result from wearing leather-lined boots and shoes. Any footwear, leather-lined, you're going to do way better. In my opinion, you're going to come across cheaper. Well, actually, it's cheaper over time. It's not cheaper the first day you buy it. You have to be willing to commit to an investment. But over time, you cannot beat this. This will be with you a lot longer than a cloth line boot. Promise you on that. You can even resole them. Obviously, you can get this sole replaced after so many years of wear and tear. It's going to take a while to wear through this double oak sole. I would imagine about 5 or 10 years of my shoe collection, it'll take probably 15 before I have to resole this. Because I wouldn't wear these boots every day. They're maybe a once every a week or two boot, maybe. And the same as with the walnuts I'm going to break out here in a minute, just for added pleasure to show you what those look like. So going to the interior of this boot, the entire boot is leather lined. I've gone ahead and obviously purchased the Allen Edmonds shoe trees. I think without those, you are doing yourself a disservice. You do have to have that shoe tree. There it is. And I've got them stuffed in there. I'm not going to go through the trouble of removing those and taking them out, but you guys get the idea. The shoe trees, in my opinion, keep these things sturdy, upright, and without the creasing alongst the vamp. So right around here is where you'll see most of the creasing effect take place. And there are different techniques and so forth you can utilize to get that creasing out. But for the matter of what we're discussing right now, if you keep the shoe trees in your shoes, keep them nice and polished, and I'm probably going to have to hit it again with some of that Sapphire Medadior or some of that Pat Deluxe. I probably won't roll with that. I'll probably do the Mirror Gloss. So, you know, I use all Sapphire products on my Allen Edmonds shoes. They don't have that acid compound or that weird chemical compound that the kiwi and all that weird stuff has. You know, you got to go, if you're going to go with a high quality shoe, you must go with a high quality wax. You cannot place cheap wax on highly designed and crafted material like this. It has to have the best of the best on it. If you're going to get the best of the best in the shoe, you got to get the best of the care products that go along with it. As you can see, it comes with some wonderful laces, wax cotton. That is very, very durable, very strong. I've got a lot of Allen Edmonds, so none of my laces have failed me yet. And I've shined everything on this boot. You can even see I shined the tongue. I removed these laces before I even wore them. I conditioned them with the Renovateur, Sapphire Renovateur. Kind of brought up the richness, like everyone says. It's actually true. You never know how long these boots have been sitting on the shelf. Let's go ahead and break out the for color, added color comparison. Let's go ahead and get these on here. I know these things are getting jealous. Look at that walnut color. It's rich and beautiful. Look at that shine. Look at that sheen. Look at that leather. Look at that premium calf skin, man. Look at that gloss on the heel cap there. Same thing on the toe cap on that toe box. Look at that. That perforation on that medallion on the toe. Man, I love that design. I love the wingtip boot. I wore these once also, kind of a similar effect on the bottom. You're gonna have the same thing as what you have here with these Oxblood. With the walnut, you're gonna have a similar effect. And of course, guys, look out for my Carolina Panthers this year. We're gonna bounce back. Anyway, back to my regular schedule program. You're gonna see here has the same thing, double oak sole. What you'll notice, they actually color the soles of these boots and shoes, of course, to coincide or coexist with the upper that's stitched to, because these, of course, are black at the base. And I have a pair of McAllister's and a pair of Strands that basically look just like these, only that the Strand has the closed vamping system on the vamp. That would make them not the open system like a Blucher. I would have, of course, the opposite variation of that, which closes the vamp. I don't want to, my mind is going a little blank here with the name of that particular type of shoe, but you guys know what I mean. It's got that nice V cut on it. And, you know, so there you go with that anyway. So the interior of this boot, now they've chosen an orange, which is kind of contrast from the Oxblood. Oxblood went with more like a brown, like a saddle brown interior leather for this very nice, soft and supple leather. They went with an orange on the walnut. I think it's a cool touch. Looks like a basketball or something. It's very, very nice. Has that basketball orange flavor to it. Also, of course, I got the shoe trees in there. I don't go anywhere without my Allen Edmonds shoe trees, man. You have to have the shoe trees inside these boots or shoes, or you're not going to be able to protect your investment. Same thing with the pull tab. I don't pull on these. I grab here, and pinch there with both hands. Yank them on really nice and slow. I kind of wiggle my way down in there, and bam, it's good to go. Okay. Now here's another thing. I want to get into this too while it's on my mind. Beneath this shoe tree here, you're going to notice it's a very strangely laid out footbed. And a lot of people say, man, I put these things on. They have a very comfortable feel. They're not like Dr. Scholl's or anything like that. They're not like stepping on a cloud or stepping on a pillow. But what it is it has a very comfortable feel to it. That's because beneath that foot pad that rests in there, you have a layer of cork. Okay, the cork molds to your foot, guys. Allen Edmonds smears that hot cork on the bottom before they stitch up the base of the sole onto the upper, and they put that hot cork on the bottom with that hot iron. I've seen them do it in many videos at the factory. And then once you put your foot in those things, your feet actually lock to that footbed, and over time it molds around your foot. So if anyone who tries to wear your shoes, they're going to feel weird for them because their toes and your heel and all that stuff is going to be offline. It's not, even if they're the same size as you are, your toes are going to be a different shape than someone else's toes. So you'll have to, that's one thing about it. If you were to hand these boots down, someone may want to resole them just for that purpose, just to get that hot cork resmeared and whatever have you. But that cork bed does fit to your feet. Now, if you see this is a very rich brown. This walnut is gorgeous, man. I really don't want to get anything on these. I had to do my strands again. And as you know, the strands, they look almost identical. So you're only going to get that difference in the lacing system. Here, this is the blucher on the others, of course, all my other shoes and boots. Some of them I have that closed lacing system on it, so it actually ends up working out very well. But that's good. You can polish them up really nice and really smooth. But anyways, going back to this, you can see side by side on these guys, you're getting a very, very nice contrast with both of these. I went ahead and got both of these at the same time because I wanted to take advantage. They had a wonderful sale going on. It's like, I think they called it a flash sale or something like that. But I went ahead and jumped on that flash, buddy, because these things were running for about $500 a pop, close to it after taxes. And with the flash sale, I think they were running them 50% off. So I went ahead and took advantage of that. 2 for the price of 1. Come on, no brainer, easy peasy. So I jumped on that. And so these boots, like I said, they hold up very well. They'll last you an eternity if you take care of them, if you polish them, keep them conditioned. Go ahead and throw your Sapphire Medal Dior on there after you put on some Renovateur. You may have to throw that Pat Deluxe on there if your color begins to wane a little bit in certain areas. You want to, cover up some of those blemishes and spots. Go ahead and throw that on there. You can do that without a problem. And then you follow it up with some of that. I have a Allen Edmonds wax that they actually make. It's pretty good, and that's what I use. Other than that, if I get real squirrely with it, I'm going to jump out and pull out the Sapphire products, because they're always going to do their job. They're never going to fail you. They're always going to do very well with their own products and so forth. So they're going to produce something that works. Anyway, guys, this is my review of the Oxblood and the Walnut Dalton boot by Allen Edmonds. You guys need to get out, check these out, grab you a pair of these. I also have the coffee color in this variation as well. And I didn't even pull those out for the review, and I should have done that. Maybe on the next one I will. You know what? All right, so you guys thought I'd let you down, but I didn't. I went ahead and dragged out the coffee in the Dalton boots. See, I had to have one for each type of outfit that I would probably wear. There's your Oxblood. There is your Walnut. And here is the coffee. Now, I've had these a little bit longer. I've had these for maybe a good year. But as you can see, look at the shape these things are in. I just recently threw some polish on there, shined them up. You see the toe box is nice. Obviously, I got the shoe tree in there. And they've also gone with the orange interior in these. They're all the same. I mean, just the different colors, basically. That's the reason I went with it, because I love these boots so much when it's cold. I've tried wearing Oxfords and derbies and bluchers in the wintertime. Just like I said, the lacing system here is for blucher or derby, whichever one you want to call that. But I can tell you now, on my derbies, my bluchers, or my Oxfords, they're going to be cut, of course, about right in here, and then they go down and they cut into the interior of the upper, or the middle of the upper, and then you're stuck with all that wind and stuff blowing down in your ankles, even if you have on decent socks. And it's cold, man. Here in North Carolina in the wintertime, it gets a little nippy here. I'm telling you now. Don't want to be the guy running around trying to snag your pant legs down to cover up your ankles. First of all, it's not a good look. It looks like something's wrong with the pants, and your ankles are going to freeze if you're outside or walking down the street in that wind. If you're walking in your downtown area, it gets a little colder in your downtown area, and I'm down there a lot, or uptown as we like to call it here in the CLT. Your wind is going to cut through those buildings, and it's going to cut through your ankles as well, so you're going to be walking basically on ice. That's why you got to have these from the months of, I would say, late December, early December, November possibly, because that's the fall, or even October if you want to break them out that early. And you want to rock these until right the first part of April, right when the spring comes in. I've even been known to press these all the way until May, because here it doesn't warm up really until May or June. It's still pretty nippy all the way through then. So you can see all three. I have the coffee, or some people will call that chili. I think on the box for that, I think they have this one listed as, they have it listed as coffee. I thought it was listed as chili, but I'm wrong. And then you have your Oxblood. And then over here, you have your Walnut. So guys, this is what you want. My very, very well-dressed professional men out there. These go great with a suit. They go great dressed up. You can dress them down. You can dress them middle ways. You can go with anything. You can put chinos on with these. You can rock them with jeans. Yeah, I'm going to put some shots into the intro so you can see various ways that I've chose to rock my Dalton boots, okay? So you can rock these up with a suit. You can dress them down with jeans if you like. Throw in a nice blazer or sport coat with a vest or something like that. If you want to go all suit and boot, you can do that. But like I said, these, and they fit very well. And you can, when you lace these up, the beauty with these is when you lace them up, they slide right down inside of your pant leg. Even if you're going with a athletic slim cut, slim fit suit, it's still going to look pretty good, okay? You're not going to go wrong with these boots. I'm telling you right now, if you own a pair, if you don't own a pair, you need to get some now. All style men out there know about the Dalton boot. You gotta get some Dalton boots, man. You gotta jump on this, okay? This is the way to go. This is the wave for you guys out there that are lollygagging with it, okay? Some of those other competitors are pretty good. Your Thursday boots are nice. You got your Aldens, your Spear and McKays make good boots. It depends on which level that you're coming in on. But me, for the everyday layman that wants a really nice boot, that doesn't want to spend $2,000, $500 right here. You get it on sale, half of that. Maybe you can get a 60% off, 30% off. Any kind of sale is going to help you. So jump on these, guys. These are the boots that you want. They've been around forever. They stand the test of time. They don't have problems busting up at the seams or anything like that. They're very well stitched, very, very comfortable. You can wear these anywhere, however you want to, whenever you want to. Just make sure you keep them clean, keep the salt off of them. Use your Saphir products to remove all dirt and any debris that's on there. Brush them off with a nice horsehair brush. Get that sheen going. Use the Renovateur and keep it soft and supple. Man, you're going to be rocking it. All right, guys? So those are my reviews. I am done now. Okay, my rambling. I'm finished. I just wanted you guys to get a feel of this. Okay? So guys, do me a favor. I need this information to reach all the guys out there that don't know. Okay? I need my star guys that follow me on this thing and subscribe to me. I need you guys to share this video. Okay? I know there are a lot of Allen Edmonds videos out there with these wonderful items out there, but you guys are on my team. We're on the same team. We want to build this network. We want to build this brand. We want to build this union. Okay, this wonderful network of high upper echelon men. Okay, that's what we want to do. So guys, like, share, and subscribe to my content, okay? Those 3 things, like, share, and subscribe. And leave me a comment down below so you can give me some pointers on improving these things. I can make them better for you, shorter, quicker, faster, more info. Whatever you need, I'm here for you. You know Art Czar got you, okay? Guys, thank you very much. Peace and blessings. I'm out.